Hello, my name is Lina Torres, and this is the story of people trying to cross over. Es la historia de 10 años construyendo un puente entre comunidades indígenas y locales y espacios de toma de decisión. The real story is not really fitted to a Pechacucha presentation. It's more fitted to an opera with acts and scenes, really high and low ones, tears, sweat, and lots of translators. In 2016, I started collaborating with a group of indigenous peoples that noticed something odd. Most decisions affecting the forests they inhabited and protected were being made in places they rarely had access to. They created a coalition named the Global Alliance of Territorial Communities, composed of representatives from the largest tropical forests in the world. They also had a clear set of demands: a halt to the killing of environmental defenders, access to free, prior, and informed consent, land rights, recognition of their ancestral knowledge, and direct access to climate funding. But they wanted to be invited. They wanted to cross over from their communities to the highly guarded halls of COPs and climate weeks. And they needed a platform to advocate and take on the space they deserve. First, we built a brand. We co-designed a visual identity that took on the concept of a superhero logo and a name that would go with it. They are the guardians of the forest. To position this brand, we then developed high visibility activations that would bring these real life heroes close to our audiences. During the COP21 in Paris, for example, we did a paddle in the Seine River. Then for COP23 in Bonn, a bus tour across 9 European cities. In each city, we had a photo ops, media briefings, meetings, yes, like rock stars. To do this, we work with a whole ecosystem of organizations, media agencies, storytellers, and documentalists. During these 10 years, the communities went from being invisible to being demanded, from kings and heads of states to celebrities and artists. The Global Alliance of Territorial Communities has now a public profile that builds in their international visibility to leverage local advocacy wins. Back in their countries, people know these communities have powerful friends. Sonia Guayayara was appointed as the first Minister of Indigenous Peoples in Brazil. Nemonte Nemkimo named the most influential person of the year by Time magazine. Shai Surui gave the keynote speech at the COP in Glasgow. Mina Cetra and Ruka Sumbolingi were recipients of the Scoral Award in 2024. During these 10 years, we learned from the power of a good strategy and a cohesive set of goals that are not adjusting due to the passing trends. We worked on a collaboration that defies borders and languages. We tested countless of online and offline activities and learned how international visibility shields leadership locally. The biggest learning of this process is the power of collectivity. With the Global Alliance, I have learned the hard way that sometimes it is better to move very slow just to make sure everyone is coming over. They know how to walk the talk. Last year, as we collaborated and celebrated the closing of Climate Week, a colleague reflected on the fact that despite working together for over a decade, Ruka and Sonia, indigenous leaders from Brazil and Indonesia, have never spoken directly, but through translators, Bahasa to English, English to Portuguese, and vice versa. At every meeting, an average of 4 to 8 translators makes possible deliberation processes that are as lengthy as they are rich and inclusive. At every step of the way, the Global Alliance challenged our vision of effective communications. No matter how important the meeting, campaign, or opportunity, they wanted collective visibility or no visibility at all. Last year, we reflected on this collective power once again. The Guardians of the Forest brand was solid and recognized, but was leaving others behind. The leadership of the indigenous movement insisted on positioning other biomes, such as Cerrado and Pantanal and coastal ecosystems. It was clear that this movement was not only about the forests, but about a vision for a future that is viable and enjoyable. A future that has to be guarded not only for environmental destruction, but from hyper-individualism, overconsumption, and spiritual disconnect. In a new phase, under the Guardians of Tomorrow brand, this alliance aims to continue building a robust bridge across two worlds, leveraging improved visibility and shared power to protect the lives and the livelihoods of those who protect our future on this planet. Thank you.